Hi, I'm Amy Silvestre, and I will be talking to you today about the data on systems and how it's transmitted from system to system, or even how it transitions um, from application to application. I am doing this for a Grand Canyon University course in cybersecurity and applications, and my instructor is Louis Pena. So how we store data in our systems is three different ways, really, main ways. There are other ways that you can store data, but the most common for home users would be local data. So that just basically means that you're saving the data or the information that you're inputting into your computer onto your physical machine. You're not storing it in other places like a jump drive or anything like that. So the local data is going to be stored on your physical device that you're currently using. This is somewhat safe for systems of saving, although if your physical device is taken, then obviously that is a problem because you can't access your data from anywhere else, and you also would not be able to share it easily without having to send it through another method if someone else needed to use it. So security in this, it is secure as long as that device is physically in your possession, but the moment that it is out of your possession, then your data could be breached. A second way of storing system data would be in the network. So this would be if you are working at a company or any kind of situation where you have more than one computer running off of one network system. So in that case, your data would be able to be retrieved from any workspace, and it would be able to be shared across workspaces, which means I could be working on a document at the same time a coworker is working on the same document. That can get a little bit tricky when you're deleting and moving files, but it's still accessible from any device within the network that has been granted that security access. Cloud storage is just a storage place that is not physically on a site. Cloud storage data is accessible from anywhere as long as you have a computer and that you can access your cloud storage. This is a relatively um, safe place to have storage, although there needs to be multiple authentication factors that go into this so that your data isn't stolen. Uh, and you can, like I said, use it from any network area. All right, data security is very important because we want to make sure that the data that we're inputting on our systems is correct and it's not being compromised when you're sending it from one place to another. So one thing that helps this is firewalls and intrusion prevention. This is basically like putting up a fence. Um, People can still get across the firewalls and intrusion prevention, but it adds an extra layer of protection and it will take them a little bit longer to be able to breach those. Companies use these very frequently because you want to make sure that you don't have those unauthorized entities into your data. Data encryption is basically taking data that you have developed, you're scrambling it up, and then you're sending it to another person to view. Again, this is trying to negate the hackers and what they're going to try to do to your data, or if they try to um, slip other information into that data to mess with your systems. You do need a key at both the beginning to scramble the data and then at the end where the data is being received to, so that they can decrypt and have the data as you had originally done it. Access control is basically just restricting access to who can access your data. So this can be through passwords, it can be through authentication features. There's many different ways you can restrict access control to make sure the right person is getting the information you're sending. Secure protocols. This is in place to make sure that you are sending via like through the internet or whatnot and that it's secure. It is encrypting data and again decrypting data when it gets to the other side. There's many different ways you can do this. You can do it through VPNs. You can do it through access keys. So if I have a key and someone else has a key, you're able to do that. That also goes into symmetrical and asymmetrical sending of data, which is very important when you're running a company. Data flow is like the last concept that we have here. Basically, data generation is just generating the data that you're going to be using in the future. It's just creating that um, basic thing that you need. Storage, of course, is storing the data. Where is it going to be stored? Where is it going? Is it going into a database? Is it going into a file? Is it going into a jump drive? It's just basically where are you storing this data so that it's safe and secure. Data processing is the information that is being decrypted on each application. So basically, if I work on a project and I'm working on it, let's say in a Word document, but I want to transfer that into a different kind of document, you can do that. I can turn it into a PDF. I can turn it into a different types of files. So that's basically just processing that information to make sure that you're pulling up the right thing. Data transmission is literally that. It is just sending your data from one place to another. It's transmitting your data from one place to another. This could be from system to system. It could be on the internet. It could be in any way. Data presentation. That's the data that's processed and how the application presents it to a user. So if I have let's say an Amazon application that I'm using and I'm seeing data a certain way. If I send it to another application that's not that Amazon data, I'm probably not going to be able to access my information correctly. So it's how your computer and your system can process the information and then present it back to you. So that's what you're looking at when you look at data flow. Thank you so much for allowing me the time to present this information to you. I really appreciate it.